Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network, putting Week 13 to rest. Week 13 consisted of two WPIAL champions and a City League runner-up in the PIAA quarterfinals on Friday, and then 4 WPIAL championships at Acrisure Stadium. Tip of the cap to that outstanding facility and the Pittsburgh Steelers for once again hosting what turned out to be a wonderful day, not only weather-wise, but really competitive. You always build these games up, at least we do in the media, as, this is going to be, this is great, this is good. And a lot of times it doesn't actually come through. This came through. 3 down-to-the-wire games. And to show you how rare that is, in this postseason alone, the average margin of victory in the Class A playoffs before the championships, 23.3 points. And, of course, the Class A championship game decided by 2 points. The 2A playoff games up to the championships, average margin of victory, 38 points. And yet it was a one-score game, 7 points, Seton LaSalle over Steel Valley. And the 5A championship game, 22.8 points. That's the average margin of victory of all the playoff games, not regular season, all the playoff games. And yet the championship game comes down to the wire, a thriller with Peters Township knocking off Pine Richland. All right, let's take a look at the games quickly here. We'll start in Class A. That was the first game. Clairton Laurel, what a defensive performance. The Spartans had a chance on a couple of missed field goals in the first half that would obviously come back to haunt. Scoreless through the first quarter, late into the second quarter, Clairton finally on the scoreboard. Brandon Murphy all alone in the left corner of the end zone. Jeff Thompson, the third, finds him. Dante Wright, this would be huge, goes in for the 2-point conversion at the half. Clairton up 8-0. Laurel fights back. Scrappy. Nathan Hill scores on a 5-yard run, and they had all the momentum in the world. 8-6. Clairton tries a fake punt on 4th and long deep in their own zone. Doesn't happen, probably because of snap issues. Their long snapper was struggling throughout the day. Laurel has an opportunity, but Clairton, the defense, you dance with the one that brung you, right? The Clairton defense has been monstrous all year. 10 shutouts or 9 consecutive shutouts during the regular season. They stop Laurel, stop the 2-point conversion attempt after the touchdown. Then they stop them after the failed fake punt, and Clairton wins. Jeff Thompson, the third, throws for 61 yards and a touchdown. Dion Lovelace Pompey, who's had a strong postseason for the Bears, 74 yards on the ground. Dante Wright with 58 yards rushing. Lucas Santini, only 29 yards passing. He was kept in check. The run game also kept in check. The leading rusher for the Spartans was Colton Carlson, as he has been for most of the year, 26 yards on 10 carries. So 2 strong defenses collide, and Clairton prevails, winning their 15th WPIAL championship, 8-6 over Laurel. To the 2A championship game, again, defense prevails. We talk about defense wins championships. Well, yeah, it does. There's a reason for that cliche. Scoreless, Ironmen and Rebels through 2 quarters, then an explosion of points in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Tyler Breland, 84-yard kickoff return to start the third quarter. And then after a Kia Jones fumble, Deron Barksdale, 21-yard touchdown run, made it 14-0. Another Kia Jones fumble gave Steel Valley possession. Great field position, up 14-0, and you thought this could be a rout. But Will Martin, play of the game, really, an interception of a pass that turned the tides. Martin would later score. Seton LaSalle went to more of a wildcat with Will Martin, and he couldn't be stopped. 8-yard run in the third quarter made it 14-7. 6-yard run in the fourth quarter tied it at 14. 11-yard run by Martin with under a minute remaining. That's the difference. Seton LaSalle 21, Steel Valley 14. Fifth title for the Rebels, first since 2004. Heartbreaking loss for Steel Valley. They were crushed by penalties. 19 penalties for 127 yards for Ray Brazo's squad. 4 penalties for 40 yards. Kind of not hard not to realize that was one of the big differences as Seton LaSalle wins. Heartbreak loss for the Rebels last year. They're raising gold this year. 3A, the one game that wasn't down to the wire. Awesome performance, as we've seen all year from the Avonworth Antelopes. Romulo Harris, a 12-yard pick six, the only score in the first quarter. Luke O'Neill, back-breaking 67-yard run in the final minute of the half, made it 17-0 at the break. Avonworth would score 2 more touchdowns, both by Jaden Jones, 40-yard pick six, 37-yard touchdown pass from Carson Bellinger before Gabe Jenkins scored the only points for Imani Christian. Jenkins limited to 118 yards passing. More importantly, though, on the ground, 55 yards on 21 carries. Outstanding performance by the Antelopes defense. David Davis, North Catholic commit, 38 yards on 7 carries. Great performance. Avonworth repeats as 3A champions, 30-6 over Imani Christian. And finally, one of the best championship games, period. One of the great comebacks in WPIAL championship history. Peters Township, 20, Pine Richland, 19. Rams totally dominated the first 2 quarters. Jay Timmons with a touchdown run. Aaron Strader, a touchdown run. Strader finds Khalil Taylor right before the half on a beautiful 23-yard touchdown pass. 19-0 at the half. And it looked like Pine Richland was going to just mercy roll Peters Township. Indians could do nothing right, especially offensively. Tide completely turned, though, in the second half. Cole Newpaver, 74-yard run in the third quarter. That really swung the momentum. Newpaver, then a 22-yard run, pulled the Indians to within a score, and then Newpaver, a 1-yard run. Anthony Maiello with 2 extra points, and that's the difference. Peters Township 20, Pine Richland 19. Hard to imagine a game that has turned quicker than that one. Nolan DeLucia throws for 76 yards, ran for 32, did a wonderful job on defense as well. Cole Newpaver, he has had a great year on the ground, 107 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns for the winning Peters Township Indians. Heartbreak for the Rams. They were the favorites. They were the top seed. Jay Timmons had 71 yards rushing to lead them on the ground. Strader looked like he was going to have a big game early on. 78 yards passing and a touchdown. Not enough as Peters Township beats Pine Richland. Going back to 2020 now, those 2 teams have played in 4 championship games, and they have now split at 2-2. Real quick, Friday. So congratulations to all of the winning teams. Clairton, Seton LaSalle, Clairton at 2, Seton LaSalle a 1, Avonworth a 1, and Peters Township at 2, all moving on to the state playoffs. Pine Richland done at 11-2, Imani Christian done at 12-1, Steel Valley done at 9-4, and Laurel done at 12-1. Those teams go to the state semifinals, as is Central Catholic. The Vikings over State College, 42-21. The Little Lions had tied the game at 7-7 early in the first quarter, or midway through the first quarter, and then it was all Central Catholic. 27 unanswered points in the rest of the half. 42-21 Central Catholic over State College. Owen Herrick, 244 yards and 3 touchdown passes for the winning Vikings, who move on to the state semifinals, as does Aliquippa, 28-6 winners over Oil City. Akiva Woods with a touchdown run. J.J. Work with the touchdown run for the Quips. Khalil Good, a 100-yard pick six. And Marcus Council to Josh Lay, a 16-yard touchdown pass for the winning Quips. Here's who's up next for the 6 WPIAL champions in the semifinals, Friday or Saturday. Harrisburg against Central Catholic. Harrisburg, champions of District 3. Bishop McDevitt, champions of District 3, will take on Peters Township. Twin Valley, champions of District 3, will take on Aliquippa. Penn Cambria, champions of District 6, will play Avonworth. Farrell, champions of District 10, will play Seton LaSalle. And Greenville, also champions of District 10, will play Clairton in the state semifinals. Thanks to Chris Lackner, our producer. We want to thank our good friends at Edgar Snyder and Associates as well. Go local, go with Edgar, helping injured people since 1982. There you go. They have been sponsoring all of our championship coverage. We had great call by the guys this weekend. So check it out if you want to listen to any of the championship games. Listen to the archives here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. For Chris Lackner, I'm Don Rebel. We thank you for joining us on to the PIAA playoffs for everybody here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.